Buenos días, mi gente, and welcome to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Ladies, hi!
Hey!
How are you
ladies
guys
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
It's Friday, Junior.
I know! Isn't it exciting?
I actually, at first, I used to hear people use that term, I was like, that's so corny. But now I've embraced it and I love it.
You so look forward to it.
Anybody have off Monday?
Yes, thank the Lord Jesus.
I work Monday, but I'll be flying, so I'm not really working.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
That works. It'll be time and a half while I'm in the air, so I'm not complaining about it. But yeah, well, that's a long weekend for you guys. That's good.
Yeah. Thank God.
I need it.
I need it.
I know. I need a long weekend. I don't need a long weekend. I need a long weekend.
Right.
That's what I need. I need a long weekend and I need some love.
So ladies, can I just mention a couple of things real quick? I'm so sorry. So first of all, I don't think we mentioned in our last episode that it's Black History Month.
Yes, we didn't mention
it's Black History Month, and I think we need to put that out there and shout out and recognize that.
Yeah.
And not only that, me being Dominicana, of course, it's also Dominican Heritage Month.
Yes.
We celebrate our independence on the 27th of this month. So I'm so excited. I always look forward to that. And the freaking amazingest news is Celia Cruz on the quarter come 2024. She's one of the 5 women chosen to be on the face of the quarters for 2024. I'm like ecstatic.
Oh my God, I didn't
Queen
hear
of
about
Salsa
that.
is being given this honor, right?
Wow.
It's just amazing. And last but not least, it's not really a thing, but it's a hot topic. Explain to me, J-Lo and Ben getting tattoos.
Yes, I saw that.
I'm so lost. I'm like, totally
what
lost.
happened?
I saw that. Actually, I didn't see it. I'm lying.
Matching
I heard it on the radio this morning.
She got it right on the ribs, and he got the tattoo as well. They went and got
what is it?
Together.
What is it?
I'm sorry, I just had to bring all that out.
Damn, girl, you were full of news this morning, today. Mira, yo todavía estoy on the morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even know what time of the day it is.
If I remember correctly, I think it's like an infinity sign.
Oh,
I think it's an infinity. Hers.
I think she has an infinity sign.
He has like 2 arrows or whatever that's called.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that. You know what? Yeah. That was probably because in the award ceremony, they were kind of like weird.
Yo no sé, ese tipo es raro.
Now they're gonna make up
ese tipo es raro. Yo no sé, pero that's love, right? That's
love. Listen,
that's love.
That's
talking about love. One last one. I'm sorry, I swear.
Ese tipo está seco como un desierto. Like, I don't know.
What about Mark Anthony and his wife that's 5 years younger than his oldest daughter, and she's pregnant?
I was gonna ask you, wait a minute. Is it true? Is she pregnant?
She's pregnant.
I don't know what to say.
Yo no puedo. I'm like, pero, ¿qué es lo que está pasando en el mundo?
Listen.
Bueno, people living their lives, loving life, embracing, and not caring about what people are saying about their lives.
That's
because
right.
At the end of the day, it's your life and it's what makes you happy.
That's it. I agree 100%.
I agree.
100%.
That's, I guess they have, to segue into the topic of our show today.
That's why I brought all this up.
They must have a very special type of love language.
Yes. Everybody's got their own love language.
They must have a very special type of love language because, I understand an age difference between, maybe 35 and 40 or 35 and even 45. Pero coño, el tipo está in his 50s y la chamaquita está in her 20s. I'm not real boricua right now,
5 years younger than Ariana. She's 5 years younger than Ariana.
He's keeping him young, mama.
That's what it is. Yeah. Mira, el amor no tiene que ver, yo siempre he dicho, con edad, religión, none of that. Color, cuando tú amas a una persona, tú no ves nada de eso. Nada de eso importa.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, I think, you know, if it's meant, it's meant. And, you know, he looks like he's all about her. He was bawling at the wedding.
Yes.
I didn't understand. I was like, why are you crying? You've done this so many times.
Well, it's maybe there's a different feeling there. Or he's like,
right.
me jodió otra vez. What am I doing?
Se está poniendo viejo, se está poniendo sentimental.
I don't know. Oh he's emotional. I don't know. He's going through.
It could be that she allows him to be vulnerable, and that's a love language.
Himself, right?
Yeah, that is.
Sometimes you need that, right?
Or he's going through his menopause.
Right. También.
You never know. I don't know.
También.
Well, I don't know.
La rellenó rápido. He wasted no time.
Ese huevo quiso sal real quick. We're all in thought now. We're all in thought, like,
Oh my
God. Love languages, girlfriend. Love languages.
I know, but in all sincerity, you know, a lot of people have different type of love languages, and some people, you know, resonate or they respond. You know, they respond to a love language. I have, you know, I think I consent to all love languages. I like a balance, a little bit of everything. Yes. I don't necessarily need to be complimented all the time, but it's nice to get complimented.
Of course.
If I did my hair
nice. Once in a while.
A dress, or, you know, if I bought something new and you noticed, you know, little things like that.
If I cut my hair.
Right. Just little things like that, that you're paying attention, that there's a difference in me, you know? But that's just me. I need a little balance of everything. What are your guys' love languages?
For me, it's the same as you, Frances. I need a balance too. Yeah. You know, I don't like, you know, people, I guess, tend to pick one more than the other. You know, I need time, but I don't need a lot of time. Because then I will feel
mothered.
You know, I need my compliments here and there, not too much, because then I think
Vomito.
I have to reciprocate that. I don't like to reciprocate that.
Yeah.
Vomito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but not to interrupt you, but then you, maybe just me, I don't know how you would feel, being that we're kind of the same in that sense. I feel like if they compliment you too much, then it's not
vomito.
Genuine. It's not genuine.
It's
right?
Not.
It's a turn off to me. I used to date somebody who was compliment after compliment after. Ay, Dios mío, ya yo sé. It kind of like lost its meaning after a while.
That's what happened.
Because it's like, okay, I get it. But then the reverse to that was his love language. He wanted compliments. And I'm not the type to do that. You'll be lucky if I say to you, you look good in your outfit. Like, I don't do that. I don't know why. I just don't. But, you know, he is, you know, he was like that.
Contigo.
I know. Who can with me, right? I'm so complicated. But
babe, you know, how does this?
That's why we love you.
But babe, how does this? You know, Jess, I just bought this suit, you know, because we're gonna go see your mom or whatever. How does it look? Jess is like, yeah,
like,
it's fine.
All right,
it's a suit.
You're dressed. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you shower? Because the most important thing is if you showered, not the fucking suit. Did you shower?
That is totally me. But
yo no puedo.
I know, I'm bad. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I do appreciate love language. I do. And the gift giving one is, I like my little gifts. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy. You know what I mean? It's just something that shows that you put effort and thought into it. I appreciate acts of service. I love when you get up and clean my plate. I love when you make the bed after me getting up. Like, those are things that, you know, I love. Yeah, I appreciate all of it.
Well, I also love all of them, but I am more of a touchy-feely person, so I do love the touching. I do love the spending time together. I think that that's also what helps you grow. Obviously, no es que we're going to be like this 24/7, but I think alone quality time is so important in a relationship, especially the world we live in, right? We're always all on the go. We're always busy. And I think things get lost, right? We become that. We become, I'm too busy. We become work. We become the kids. We become the mom or the family or the friends. And we forget to build on that relationship. So that's why, to me, that's one of like the most important ones. But I love them all. And I appreciate all of them. The gift giving, the service, all of it. I love all of it. But for me, the two most that stand out always are the touchy, because I'm cariñosa. I like to hug and kiss and squeeze and, you know, grab the ass. I am all about that.
But again, touch for me too. Like, I don't have to hold your freaking hand all the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's estar pegado. No estar agarrando la mano.
Because I can't do it.
Right.
But
I don't mind. I like when
a little bit of everything.
I like when you hold my hand. I like, you know, when you're affectionate. I like when you give gifts. As long as the gifts that you're giving is not in compensation of lack of affection, or
see, that's
make
what I'm
up
saying.
something else, or, you know, to be like, I didn't do this, but so let me get her, you know, a $1,500 bag, or you know what I'm saying? It's long,
or the newest sneakers, or the most beautiful diamond necklace, you know, so it can make 100%. Up for my fuck ups. No, it doesn't work that way. I always say I cannot be bought. I'm not a materialistic person, so for me is up.
Totally. And you know, I'm excited about the guest that we have today, because she's a dating expert, and I have a list of questions, right? to see what her, you know, responses are, being that I have to, you know, go back in the dating world again. So I need to do my homework, and I want to see what she's going to respond and how we're going to take those responses, right? And see, like, if you're a dating expert,
because she basically is a coach for us, for women. It's women that she basically guides through the whole dating thing.
She must have one hell of an amazing relationship with her book.
That's what I'm curious about, right?
Or maybe she's learned from her experiences, and that's what has made her so wonderful.
Right. That's what I'm curious about. So that's why I want to like pick her brain. And that's why I have all these questions. But tune in. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We have dating expert Alana McKenzie, and we'll be right back with that Pero Porque Why segment with Alana. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, to our Pero Porque Why segment. So we have Alana McKenzie here, dating coach and author, to talk about the 5 love languages and all the good stuff about dating. Join us, Alana.
Woo, there we go. Hello.
How are you?
It was actually Alana McKenzie page. It did change several months ago, and for some reason, it's not updating in all the places.
Congrats!
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations! That's exciting.
Yes.
We have tons of questions for you.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Well, actually, tell us a little bit about yourself. How you became a dating coach. I saw that you just wrote a book. Tell us all about it.
All right, where to begin? Yes, I am working as a dating and intimacy coach, mainly because I was so horrible at dating. I spent about 15 years just plodding through that whole situation, not finding love, really being ineffective at dating, and experiencing lots of casual relationships, and then times where I would just be like, I don't even want to date. I did, but that's okay. You know, kind of in this place of like, I just didn't know what I was doing, and whenever I tried something, it didn't work. And I eventually began to feel very, very bad about that. You know, watching my friends get married and start having kids, and I was just like getting older instead. And I got to this place of kind of like, well, I guess it's not meant for me. And then I finally started dating a man who was, he wouldn't sleep with me, but he did tell me about all of these spiritual practices around relationships. And I got very interested in this because that was something new. I had never met a man like that. I discovered all of this relationship theory and this kind of the 5 love languages, for example, and all of this research and spiritual practices around having better relationships. And dating effectively, right? So I didn't really know that you could, do something new and different.
Do you see Francis taking notes?
Yeah, that's important. That's what I was like. I was like, oh, like I could study this, right? Like, oh, I could get better at this, like anything else.
It's funny that you say spiritual, because I'm a true believer of that you have to have a spiritual connection with your partner. Once you have that spiritual connection, it's a total different level.
Yes. Yeah, it just brings this depth in immediately. And I had not been dating like that, I tell you what. I was dating like, you better prove yourself to me. I don't know what I want or what I'm worth, but you better show me. Like, it was like really, it was really not beautiful. But I did manage to turn that around through what I studied. And once I had kind of learned what was possible, I mean, because what was possible was that I was dating a lot and I was having a great time. Like I went in a full like 180, like, oh, like men are interested in me. I am fun. Like people do like me, like it was just a whole new experience. And I was like, why doesn't everybody know this? Like I talked to so many women and they'd be like, dating's horrible. Like I can't find what I want. Like men are trash. All of these kind of feelings or beliefs that we have around love and the search for love and the experience of love that doesn't have to be that way, like it doesn't have to be like that. So I took that and kind of went off and ran with it and started teaching women because I had been a language teacher before. So I was like, oh, I could teach dating instead. And I took that and made it into a business and wrote a dating curriculum and started teaching women and eventually realized my curriculum could be a great book. And so I've now written the book of my curriculum and that's coming out in April.
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Cheers to you.
Yes, cheers.
I didn't bring wine. Oh no. I love your glasses though. This is great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm intrigued. We're gonna be best friends.
We're gonna get that book.
Oh yeah, yes. I've got a copy with all your names on it.
No, I was in the dating scene for a long time. And I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to find Prince Charming, like we say now, but I took, and not every person I dated was the correct person for me, but I feel like I really took those experiences and learned about myself and what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I deserve, so I don't know if that's something that I should have been doing, but it was a great experience. I really embraced my dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds beautiful. I mean, was it what you wanted to experience?
Was it what I wanted to experience? Well, initially, when I went out into the dating scene, I was like, all right, I'm ready for a relationship. But then I found out that I really wasn't ready for a relationship, but I really wanted to get to know people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess I got what I wanted sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
Not all the time. There's good ones and bad ones.
Yeah. I think as long as you are getting what you want out of a relationship, you're doing it right. That's kind of my philosophy, because there isn't really one right path, right? I mean, you know, sure, you can want a committed relationship, you can want monogamy, you can want marriage, you can want a family, but you don't have to, you know, like that's like not a prerequisite, and you can totally find whatever you want in dating. I mean, that is the thing. And I think we just don't really know that all the time.
Right.
So, but I definitely say, you know, if you just want to have fun and meet different people, that's awesome. You know, as long as you know that and you're really, really getting that. Instead of, like, I was like, I want a relationship, and then I just was just totally just not finding that.
You were saying you wanted that, but you were doing something different.
Right.
And that happens a lot. Right? That we say, oh, I'm just having fun, but deep down you really want a relationship. Or the opposite. You really want a relationship, but instead you're dating nonstop and meeting all these men, and that's why you're confused and you don't know what you want, because at the end it's like, okay, wait, what did I just do? Why can't I find the good man? Why can't I find the right man? It's because you're going through so many different men that how could you figure it out? So
and being totally indiscriminate too, you know, like I think there's sort of a balance between what you're saying, Jessica, of like, I find someone who's interesting and worthwhile, and then, you know, when you find out somebody isn't what you were looking for, there's kind of this process of letting them go. But often what we do is we like hang on.
No, I definitely did not hang on.
Yeah.
Well, let me not. I'm lying. I did hang on a few times, but because I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
So.
That's an easy trap. Not just in love too, we can say. I mean, all over the place.
What would you say is a woman's biggest misconception when they go into the dating world, right? Like, I'm, you know, newly single after being married for 10 years, and now I'm going back into the dating world, which I'm not excited about at all in today's day and age, right? But what would you say like their biggest misconception is, and like what, you know, the biggest mistake that you make, like jumping in again after being married, you know, into the dating world, because now your experiences are different. Now you're more knowledgeable, but then at the same time, you're also more vulnerable.
Right. Yeah. I think it's the same thing for most people, which is that we expect other people to behave as we would behave, to think as we would behave, to feel as we would feel, and to love the way that we would love. And it's not the case. And it is what will sabotage you in dating. It's the number one thing that will sabotage you every time, because you don't actually know that person at all. And we do, because we have this background knowledge from childhood and being loved by our parents. We think we understand what love is and how and what it looks like, and we will just project that all over someone we literally just met on a dating app, right? We've seen their picture, seen 5 quotes, and we're like, oh, I know what you're like and what you want, and then they disappoint.
Like, oh no, you don't.
You have no idea who they are and where they've been and what they want and what's going on for them in the day-to-day, not to mention the way back in their psyche of, like, you know, the pain that they're experiencing from their ex or whatever. It's just like, you just do not know what's going on for other people. And it's very easy to bring all of that kind of there's like an angst that comes in right after we assume all of this stuff about the person we don't know, because they do things we don't expect. They don't answer us in a timely manner, in our opinion. They don't, they don't respond the way we think they should. We decide all of these things about people that we don't know, and then we act weird. Like we decide what's going on, and then we behave very strangely. Like with people we've just met, we do things like immediately block them, or we'll send them some scathing criticism of like, well, I don't talk to men who don't talk to me, so delete. We do these really kind of pretty dramatic things often, or we ignore them completely, right? That's the other thing. It's like, oh, just totally just withdraw completely from this connection because this is obviously not good. So yes, I would say in a nutshell, it's that. Assume we know and then behave weirdly because we've assumed we know what's happening.
Wow.
Gotta write that down.
That was great.
She got the wheels turning, right?
Frances' brain is just going. She's just going.
It's funny because, you know, you said a dating app, and we just came off of doing a show with a friend of ours that wrote a book. She wrote a book about all her online dating experiences.
Wait, what's it called?
It's called Master First Dater, Second to None. And once she wrote that book, she won an award. She wrote a play, right? Mm-hmm. Called A Desperate Digital Dating Diary, a Titi Talk. The play won an award, right? And then because of the play winning award, she decided to write the book, and we just did a show with her. And now, we're doing a live show, and now we're doing several live shows because people loved it. And you just talked about dating app, and I'm sorry, Jenny was like the first thing that popped in.
Yeah, me too. The minute she said that she was dating and she was successful, all I kept thinking was Jenny. You know,
I regret not inviting her on the show because it would have been a very interesting conversation on your thoughts of online dating and her experiences of online dating. Right?
She's had them all.
Yeah, she's had so many horrible online dating experiences because she's had that same mindset, right? Like, oh, I know who you are from your, from the description, and oh, he's cute, so I'm gonna, click on him, or oh, look, he has a corporate job, so he must be like, and it's so funny that, it just made a connection when you said that. So check out the book. It's
well, I wrote my personal stories in my book as well, so I'm feeling like vulnerability of sharing my, very personal details I never thought I would tell the world. Mm-hmm. Here we go. So I love to hear about other people who've done the same thing. It's very inspiring. So I will definitely be checking that book out. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Amazing how it all just came together.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say would be like the experience or the moment that triggered you to take this route?
Yeah, I think it was first that kind of discovery of dating could be different. Like there was this, I just didn't know previously. Like I didn't know that dating could be different than it had been for me for all those years. I just kind of assumed that's like how it goes for me. And then that realization was just a huge turning moment. And then the next one was that piece of my journey where I was like, oh, other people are also interested in this. Like, I'm actually not the only person with this problem, right? Like, because that's a one way that you often feel is like, wow, I'm the only one who can't find love, right? I'm the only one who has like a terrible time dating. Like, sure, some people have like a bad time, but I have like a terrible time, You start to get into this like I'm the last woman on earth kind of and it's just there was just this turning point of like, oh yeah, I'm not alone, and other women want to know how to change this. Like other women also want to know how to change that situation for themselves, So those were the most significant, I would say. Knowing it could be different, and then knowing I wasn't alone.
So how did
you say to women that think they are alone or that are going through this?
What would I say to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I generally just tell them my story. Yeah, and that's also, I tend to run group programs rather than I one-on-one, but I tend to run group programs because there's something so powerful about when you get women in a room like this almost.
Yeah.
You start talking, you start sharing your stories, and then someone's like, oh yeah, that's me too. Yeah, that happened for me. Right. Oh, on a date like that as well. I had a man say something like that to me as well. You know, like you just, there's all this shame that we kind of hold inside because we're like, no one else has ever felt this way. No one else has ever been treated like this. No one else has ever like, been so undesirable, right? And then when you get with other women who are like, oh yeah, like I struggle to like my thighs, I tell you what, like I'm too afraid to take my clothes off, like all of that kind of stuff starts to come up. And then there's just no way the shame can live in that space because we've all thought it,
that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would you say would be the top 3 things that we or women or in the dating world should change to see the change in their developing relationships?
Yeah, first thing I would say would be to get connected to what you want, right? Because it's super easy. You were talking about that too, is like you stayed with them because you felt a little bit of pity for them. I think often we do that because we don't even know what we really want. Like we're not actually even connected to like, oh yeah, I want this. We just get into this kind of like place in life where things are just going along and happening and we just do things. So first thing is to just at least start recognizing what you want and sort of get in the habit. That's kind of what it is. It's getting in the habit of remembering what you want. That will change everything in dating. Like before you start, that starts to change everything because sometimes you don't even really want to be dating. Like you don't even really want to be on an online app, right? Sometimes you don't want to, but if you're just like trying to force yourself and it feels like a should, I don't think you're going to find great experiences when you're something because you should do it and like your friend told you it's the only way or something, instead of, oh yeah, I want to find love, I want to be dating, I want that. And then it goes on from there, right? Who do I want to talk to? How do I want to be treated? How do I want to go into this date or relationship or sexual experience? Like if you don't know what it is you want, probably someone else is going to take advantage of you. So don't do that. So go in with what you want. The next thing would be to follow through is what we could say. I can call it's like follow through on that desire that you're feeling, because that's really hard. It's really hard. Yeah. There are so many things that get in the way of doing what you actually want to do, and saying no, right? So that's the stage where you start to need these kind of relationship skills where you're putting up boundaries and you are having sometimes difficult conversations or saying awkward things, and doing the things that we perceive as rude or maybe hurtful to the other person, and we don't want to be that person, so we don't want to do it. But you really, to get to like the level of relationship where you really get deep, connected, intimate, spiritual, emotional, sexual fulfillment, you need those skills. Like you really need, right? So recognizing what you want and then following through on it, so important. And then the third thing I would say is to have fun. Like that's yeah, it's supposed to be fun, actually it's supposed to be romantic and sensual and fun and exciting to meet someone new, and there is all this, survival stuff that we get into with our brains going crazy and feeling like our self-worth is based on this one other person. But actually what dating is meant to be for is like having fun and feeling yourself and your sensual energy and just being desirable no matter what else is going to happen with this person, just like really feeling like, yeah, I'm here and interested in this person. Hopefully you didn't agree to a date unless you wanted to. That's where it all ties together. And feeling wanted by them, there's this, then you kind of get into that fun dance and you have fun. It's good, right? Yeah, so that's, I think those three things are the biggest kind of shifting things, really leading with what you want, and then honoring what you want, following through on it, and then the last thing is just to be like in that space of having fun and connecting with someone in a fun way, and in a really tense, like I have to resolve all of my personal emotions way.
It's funny. I really enjoy that you said that, because, you know, although all of my dating situations weren't the best, but it did help me learn how to understand what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it also helped me understand how to follow through, like you said, with what my needs are, what I want, what I'm looking for. Yeah, I love that you said that. I think I'm
She hit it right on the nose.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of out of the box question, in the sense that, you know, we burned our bras and we wanted independence and equality with women, with men. You know, do you think that because women have become so independent and very strong-minded, it's changed the wave of dating? Right? Yeah. Chivalry has, you know, decreased, courting has decreased, right? Even in marriages, after you get married, they don't court you anymore. It's not the same, you know, as like when you first started dating. So do you feel the fact that women are more stronger mentally, financially, right? More independent? Do you think that's taken a shift in dating or created a shift in dating? Yeah.
Yes. And I'm so glad you said that, because that's what my work is about.
Ah.
I identified as a strong, independent woman, right? That I was a strong, independent woman, and I didn't need no man. And I felt great about that. And then I really wanted a man, right? I wanted a man, and I didn't want to need a man. And those two things did not work, right? And in fact, to be relational, to have a relationship, right? What I wanted, a committed relationship, you want to be interdependent, not independent, right? Not codependent also, right? You don't want to rely on the person for your self-worth and your, you know, all of your needs to be met through this one perfect human being you magically found. But at the same time, you don't want to be independent. That's not the goal of a relationship. The goal of a relationship is to be interconnected and interdependent. So one of the things that has happened with the history of feminism is that women have sort of internalized this this idea that to be a woman is not as powerful and it's not as good as being a man. And so we were taught to behave as men, kind of a thing, right? The better way to be is like a tomboy, right? It's to be strong is to be like a man, right? And I had deeply internalized that message. I thought my self-worth was based on like accomplishments, right? Like I needed to climb the career ladder, or I needed to kind of prove myself and my intelligence. I got like so many degrees and certifications. Like why, you know? I just continuously needed to sort of demonstrate that I was capable and could do things for myself and was smart, and all of this sort of outward expressions of success and fulfillment. And the teaching that I came to, the spiritual teaching, is the teaching of feminine energy, right? So, of course, feminine energy is about your inner world. That's the difference between feminine and masculine energy. Is feminine energy is about what is going on in your inner world. So it's like what is going on with your presence, with your energetic being, what's going on with your emotions, what's going on with your physical body. Like our bodies actually tell us so much, especially in dating. We can learn things without even like opening our mouths or hearing words from the other person. We can just feel so much about what's going on with them and in the connection between us. I was not paying attention to that, I tell you what. No, I'm like, and this kind of focus on the inner experience for women can change your whole life, not just dating. It can change your whole life. And I had no idea, right? So that was just kind of this, it's the patriarchy just tells us that we are what we present, right? It's the outside, it's masculine energy. It's everything that you show on the outside, even down to women learn about your appearance, right? Like what you look like on the outside is what you have to give to the world. Like that's the message that we get starting very, very young, like basically. Little tiny kids walking around being told they're cute in their dresses, right? Like that all starts there. And I had just never considered that I might have power and worth inside, right? Like that I might be energetically powerful, that I might be emotionally powerful, right? All of these things I had just never even given a thought to it. And I do chalk that up to the, kind of the world we live in that promotes male ways of being as better, right? It just, we were taught that it's better to be that way. And turns out it's not better for me. I am happier. I am much, and again, just more fulfilled in life, but also in dating, right? Immediately, as soon as I brought that element of myself, because the thing is, it's not like we don't all have that too, right? We all have. I saw you all nodding when I talked about this. Yeah. Physical body. We all have that connection to our emotions. Like it's not something way out there. It's just not what we've been taught to focus on and value. And so when I started to value that and really focus on that and bring that forward, like bring that first in dating instead of my intellect, right? I was always trying to like prove to men that I was smart enough to be their equal, right? Like it's just not work as a dating tactic. I tell you what, it didn't work. But when I started to bring like who I actually am, like at a deeper level, right? We talked about the emotional stuff, right? Or sorry, the spiritual stuff, Gloria, like you were mentioning before. It's like when you bring that full self to dating, it changes everything because it changes who you meet and it changes how people meet you too. It changes how men and you actually make space for them to be a better man and to be chivalrous. Like I had never experienced that I could change how people behave with me through my own being, like through my own energy. And it turned out that to have men kind of, well, the word comes to mind is serve me, but like, like take care of me, open doors, pay for the dates. Like all I had to do was make space for that to happen. And I did not know that. I was not taught that was how that worked. But it really turned out to be true that what I needed to do to be treated the way that made me feel precious and valued was to just make space for men to do that. And also to trust that they would do that without me, kind of nagging or like pulling at them or like criticizing in an underhand way. I just had to tell them what I wanted, right? This comes back to the desire thing. I had to tell men what I wanted because again, other people don't want what you want and they don't know what you want until you tell them. So like I had to start telling men what I wanted and then making space for them to deliver on that, making space for them to give it to me. And that was cool.
Awesome.
Lovely. That was really lovely. So yeah. And I would also say, I've only now been in a relationship for going on 3 years. So this is not right. This is not the decade or 20, 40 years experience I'm talking from. But I do believe in, and I've read the books that believe in this, of the sort of romantic marriage, right? This kind of marriage that gets to stay a little bit spicy and fun and sort of energetically aligned, emotionally connected. And it is my goal, it is my intention to keep that up, and it takes a lot of work, but it is my intention to remain in that kind of sexy, space, obviously not all day, every day, but at least to maintain that as part of my marriage and to have there be chivalry, right? Valentine's Day, getting taken on a wonderful date, like that is something I want. And so I make that part of the desire that I have and that I share with my husband, that he understands how to make me happy so that he can.
Right.
Right. Because that's really what it's about, is, you know, being in a relationship where you make each other happy, right? Being in a relationship where you support each other and you both are getting more, I guess, right? Like you're getting more from being together than you would separate people. And just so much of that is communicating what makes you feel that way, right? What makes you feel really great. So yeah, so that is has been my intention for dating, right? To create that kind of like fun, sexy, enjoyment, and then also this space where I get to have what I want and he gets to have what he wants as well. And then I'm just bringing that forward into my marriage. The same thing is, you know, for as long as I tell you what, for as long as I can, keeping this kind of juicy connection with the emotional and sexual connection going on, you know.
I love that. That sounds, I love that. I congratulations. We wish you, you know, lots of love and many, many years of, you know, success in your marriage. This has been very educational. I've taken college ruled notes. I think we can have an offline conversation for hours with you. But gotta let us know when you do one of your, you know, programs. I would be interested in, you know, attending and just, you know, picking your brain some more. But we want to thank you for being on the show. I hope you come back again. And next time we'll plan it to have you and Jenny on the show. I think that would be a funny, hysterical episद. You know, my God. To have the two of you like just share experiences and us sitting behind the scenes with popcorn. I think that would be, you know, hysterical. But tell everybody about your book, tell everybody your Instagram, how they can contact you, and go ahead.
All right, so my book is called The Art of Feminine Seduction, which is again all about creating this kind of seductive energy in dating and carrying it forward into your marriages and long-term relationships. And that will be out April 18th, 2023. And you can go to my website, sovereign-dating.com, to sign up to be on the book launch team, which means that you can get the book for a very reduced price on book launch day. And that's also where you can take my free course on sacred flirtation, which is an exciting little flirty lesson. It's a mini course, so it's just 5 lessons, so doesn't take too much time to just kind of get into it and start practicing a few techniques. And my Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and everything is called Sovereign Dating. So if you just look up Sovereign Dating, @Sovereign Dating, you will find me somewhere.
That's awesome. We'll put I'll put a link to your book on our website if that's okay.
I have one last question for you. So what is your love language?
Oh, you know, I've taken the test and I get every single one in the 90s except for words of affirmation. So I have really struggled.
That's so funny.
Jessica said the same earlier. So funny.
It's terrible.
How do they design these tests? Like that's just so but I would say, you know, like when I fight with my husband, what I need afterwards is a hug. So theoretically I would say it's probably physical touch, because that re-regulates me, that lets me know that I'm okay again. That's all I got. I mean, I love being loved, you know, so I'm not mad about it.
That's so funny. That's a whole other conversation because we just finished having that conversation before you got on, and Jessica was like, I struggle with that. Like, you know.
I do.
Yeah.
That's so
not
funny.
Not knowing which love language you have, or
no,
I don't know.
I feel like I need a piece of every love language. However, I'm sorry, my battery's dying. But me giving, I can give a little of each love language too. I struggle with giving the words of affirmation.
Oh, yeah.
I do. So my results are correct.
That makes sense. I don't know if you're making, but as long
that
as
was funny.
somebody that doesn't require that from you in like a really profound way, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Luckily,
well, cheers to the 5 languages of love.
Yes. Cheers. But like, luckily, I did find someone who does not need so many, affirmations.
It's like, I want to ask another question because it just opens up so many conversations, but we'll be here forever because it's like, you know, I understand that women need, I guess, that confirmation or that those little compliments here and there, but I guess we're just subjected to not think that men need it too, right?
They sure do.
I know that they need it, right? But we're not, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but I feel like we're not raised in that sense to be like, well, you got to compliment him too, right? Because like my husband would ask me like, this is good, and I'm like, did you iron the shirt?
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll be like, yeah, it looks good, but I'm gonna ask, you know, are you wearing clean underwear? Did you not iron the shirt? Are you wearing a dingy t-shirt? Right? Like the compliment would go out the window because I'm worried about all the other stuff. Are you wearing clean socks or the socks you wore to work? Right?
Oh my God.
Those are my questions, you know. They were stupid questions, like then that would turn into an argument, like, how are you gonna ask me things like that? But it's like the first thing that comes to my mind, right? So I thinking about it now, like, I don't think I was that good at it either, you know. It was easier to like buy the outfit as opposed to let him pick it out and be like, does this look good? And I'll be like, well, you're wearing checkerboard on checkerboard, but you know, if that's what you want to wear, you know. So it's like, it's funny because I think about it now and it's like, yeah, I just feel we're not subjected to think that they needed to.
Right.
You know? I got to put that on my list.
This kind of reflects back to what you were talking. I know we got to go, but like we
It's okay.
What you were saying about in terms of like what women have learned through, you know, through the past like 50 years. And the thing is, it affects men too, right? Like it's not just like, oh, women learn this and then women do this. It's like, oh, the whole world is like in this place where we just, we don't think about like, men are incredibly emotional.
More than us.
Because they're not processing it. They're like emotional and not processing it, and so they're just flying off the handle. And it's like we didn't get this kind of like background of being not gentle. Sorry, we didn't get this background of being like gentle with like men's feelings.
Right.
And that's that's it is on us as partners to you know, ease into that for ourselves of being like, oh, that's right, like. I can't just.
He has feelings too.
I know.
Yeah. It's like I fell in love with you.
It's tough.
It is tough.
It takes a lot of work.
It's work.
Yeah, it does.
It's work.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
No, I do compliment, by the way, and the smile you get when I say, "Oh, you look so handsome, honey." He's like, "Oh, thank you, baby."
Of course.
But you see what you did? You see what you did right there? You just rolled your eyes. I can see that as he's walking away. You're like, oh, all right, I got it out. Like I did it already, John.
You have to tell me. See, I'm just feeling weird about giving affirmations by words. It's not you. It's just my discomfort. Really. He does look handsome.
That's so funny.
Oh,
that is so
hysterical.
Funny. Alana, you have to come back, please. We gotta do a part 2 of something. We gotta figure it out. But
it's been great having you on.
Thank you so much for reaching out. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'll see you soon.
So we'll be right back with our Brillando con Gloria and her jewelry segment. We'll be right back.
Guys, and welcome to Brillando con Gloria. It's been a while, but I am here to show you some simple day-to-day looks and an amazing dress it up, go have some fun night look, okay? So of course, what I'm wearing is something very simple, day wear. This is what I wear to work today, simple little studs, small little bling, of course, bling, never forget the bling, bling little cross, very simple, nice little ring, plain, ¿verdad? For the office look, nice and calm. But let's say I wanted to go hang out with the girls for a drink after work. We take off the little studs and we just add a nice hoop, of course, bling. And now my look has changed with just changing an earring. It's amazing what jewelry can do. And if you guys take time to play with your jewelry, like I always say, it's a lot of fun. Of course, you guys know I love jewelry, and that's what the segment is all about, my love for jewelry. But this is just something simple. You could just take off the earrings and there you go, voila, let's go have that after party, after work drink, you know? So let's say you're not a bling person or into the white, that you're more into the gold, which obviously has been a high thing for I don't know how many seasons now. It's like we totally forgot about silver. Like everything is gold everywhere you see, everywhere you go now. So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick a nice, simple look that also can be for the day or the night. Of course, you guys know I love hoops. This is just a nice, more like an oval shape hoop, very nice and thin. It's got like that flat look. And of course, we all know layering is very in on the neck, right? And you want to do simple, not too much, not too thick, just nice, simple layering. You could do 2, you could do 3, it's up to you how many you like. I'm gonna do 2. And this one has like a little medallion on it, and it has my initial, and on the other side, it has like a little heart. And this was actually a Christmas gift. The first set I did was all from Touchstone Crystals by Swarovski, because you guys know I love the bling. But this was actually a Christmas gift exchange gift from the family. I had my nephew, and he did awesome. He got me my 2-layer. And of course, you know, I always gotta have a little something with some shine. We're gonna throw on a wrap bracelet to just give it that nice shimmer goldish look to go with the golds and the nice flat kind of oval hoops. Again, same shirt, and it's looking different every time I change the jewelry, because that's what jewelry does. Jewelry makes you wear the same outfit 10, 20 different times, and it's always gonna look different. I'm gonna show you now a silver look, because there still is a lot of silver people, right, that love their silver. And this whole little set is from Express that I'm gonna put on next. And guys, as I'm doing this, pay attention. What's the difference when you wear jewelry? Look at how plain I look without an earring or without a necklace or without a bracelet. Jewelry really complements and completes your look. It's just amazing what jewelry can do for you. So these are little bangles. It's a set of 3 from Express. And I thought they were so cute because they're not thick, they're nice and thin, and they're flexible. So they're like little cuffs. So you cuff them right in the arm. And each one is totally different. It's like 3 different styles. And then of course the hoop earring, because you know me, and it's a thicker hoop because the necklace has a nice circle on it as well. And I thought this piece was such a statement piece because, again, even though it's a little thick, it still is classy. At least I think it's a very cute statement, classy piece. You know, it's just, it falls perfect, nice length. You know, it just looks so clean, I think. So, you know, classy, right? And then I'm going to show you my evening look, which is if you're going to a gala, a party, a big event, and you want to look like $1 million, you always can count on the bling. And again, this is all from Touchstone Crystals that I'm going to do now. It's got the everlasting cuff, which I love. The everlasting drop earrings, which are very beautiful and simple, but so elegant. And these are actually, is a perfect set for a wedding, sweet 16, or like I said, just a big event. Your 35th birthday party, your 40th birthday, your 50th birthday, I don't know, your, you know, friend's wedding, whatever it is you want to glam it up to. This is the most amazing piece I've ever gotten from Touchstone Crystals. It's the everlasting piece, and I totally love it. It's a dream. It's so elegant, so beautiful, and it just falls so nice, and it looks so elegant with your cuff and your necklace and your earrings. And this is my segment on Brillando con Gloria, why I love jewelry. Hope you enjoyed it. So ladies, what did you think of my segment of my love for jewelry today?
I really admire your love for jewelry, Gloria, because you can dress up una pijama. I swear. You know,
it's so much fun. Accessories is so much fun. And yes, my main thing is jewelry, but I love all accessories. Like I love hats, I love coats, I love scarves, I love bags, I love everything that's accessories. I'm all for it. Yeah. Belts, scarves, it don't matter. I love it all.
I have to do more. I keep saying I gotta do more. I gotta do more.
Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. like I showed you guys, you know, it's the same one sweater I'm wearing, but every time I changed the jewelry, it gave it a different look. It made it look, you know, different.
Yeah, definitely.
I enjoy how you embrace the, you know, the difference in it, right? How you embrace, well, if this little bit of bling will dress it up, and this, you know, this gold will tone down, but it'll still make it dressy, and this will make it elegant with the same outfit, right? Because if you put on the bling and some heels, the outfit changes. If you put in a ponytail and some hoops, the outfit changes, right?
Yeah.
So I like how you embrace it and you find the twist to it, that you can wear the same outfit and make it dressy, casual, elegant, or even for the workplace.
And I guess my main message as well too is to people that you can get your jewelry from anywhere. It doesn't have to be expensive, or it doesn't have to be like dirt cheap. You know, you can have a little bit of everything, because in jewelry playground, I have everything from Forever 21 to H&M to Macy's to JCPenney to, you know, you name it, I have it. You know?
Yeah.
I just love accessories.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. You got to do an episode where you accessorize each and every one of us.
Yes, that would be so much fun. I would love to do that.
I think that would be so much fun. We gotta think about it. I think that would be fun. So, because I'm a watch person and little studs earrings.
It would be like when I used to do my home shows for jewelry, that I used to put the jewelry on everybody, and they would be like, oh my God, my outfit looks so different now.
Yeah.
That's how you got me in the home show too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be so much fun.
It makes a big difference.
It does.
Yeah, it does. That was a good segment. We got to figure that one out. But don't go anywhere, guys, as we going into our final remarks. We'll be right back with our final remarks. Welcome back, guys, to our final remarks. So, ladies, what did we learn about dating and the 5 love languages?
To have fun.
Yes.
Where's my pen?
To enjoy it, to have fun.
To give affirmations.
Yes, that the opposite sex also likes to get affirmations.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
To give compliments, I guess.
I'll start tomorrow. Oh my God.
I think it was a great episode. I think it was very informative. I love that she was vulnerable with her experience, and it was relatable. And I hope that, when women listen to this episode, they take notes like I did.
Yes.
And wear your best piece of jewelry. Give your man a compliment. And go on that date.
That's right.
Have fun.
Yes,
That's fun. The most important part.
100%. I agree 100%. But guys, thank you so much for watching our show. Join us next week for a conversation about becoming a mom for the first time after the age of 40.
So not only becoming a mom for the first time after the age of 40, but also starting over after your kids are grown. Oh, women are just becoming first-time moms later in life now. So let's talk about it. Join us Wednesday on YouTube.
And guys, tune in and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Wine and Wisdom 5.
Y mira, don't forget to take a minute, sip some wine, and share a little wisdom. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.